with the drafting of Scoot Henderson, I mean, unless somebody calls up right now by the name of the New Orleans Pelicans and offer them Zion Williamson, or the Toronto Raptors offer Pascal Siakam, or even any of those offers good enough? Like, is the market out there good enough to give you, you know, a guy, a couple guys, something to build around Dame and get a title contender going there? Or is that ship has sailed? Are we just going to rebuild? Is it trade Dame season? Is it trade Dame season?
I think it's trade Dame season now, man. I
Let's
think trade,
talk
like I said on the show, it was trade Dame season last year.
two things.
I think I think it's trade Dame season, man.
How would this team look if they kept Dame? Dame, Shaden, Scoot, Joseph Nurkic, Jeremy Grant, or is it you blow it up? What's the team
You
look
build
like?
around Scoot, you build around Scoot and Shaden Sharp, I guess.
And Anthony Simons?
Nah, you got to get rid of Anthony Simons.
You don't think Anthony Simons, even if they traded away Dame, you can't keep that?
I guess they traded away Dame. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I still think they could get some good value for him that would really help them in the future more so than just himself would. But you never know. You never know.
What do you
It depends
think?
on.
Is there a way you think that this team can be a title contender with Scoot Henderson and Dame being on the same team, or do you think that's just not feasible?
They need to add. They need to add another player, and the only way for them to add a player that would push them to being a title contender would have meant trading this pick, which they couldn't do, obviously, which is why they settled for taking Scoot. So unfortunately, I just don't think there's any way this team can win. There's no way this team becomes a contender.
And you really don't think there's a pathway? I know there isn't a players available. We've talked about this before, that there isn't many players available out there. Everybody's holding their guys because the league is wide open. So you don't think the only thing the Blazers can do is just build around Simons, Sharp, and Scoot, or do you think just get rid of Simons too and try to
They
get?
could they could try to build around Simons, Sharp, and Scoot, or they could just blow it up and trade Simons and Dame and get value and build around Sharp and Scoot, and then tank and then get another top draft pick next year.
That
It
is,
all depends. It all depends on what they want to. It all depends on what they want to do.
they have said that if they trade Dame, they're gonna do right by him, is what we've heard.
Because
And
yeah, they're gonna do right by Dame. It's because who's like the top guys for next year besides what's his name? Oh, there's I guess Buzelis from the G League Ignite's pretty good.
who? Buzelis. He's next
Yeah,
year's.
yeah. That's why I said I'm talking about next year because I'm talking about the Blazers tanking. So who do they tank for? Next year's draft is like it seems kind of weak.
Are you on? Do you really think it's that weak?
Oh, it seems really weak, not just kind of weak, dude.
I think it's just going to be definitely interesting to see how it all just affects.
So they got two Thierry Darlon from the G League Ignite, and then what's his dude Zachary
I just think
Risache from.
they can still build around Dame. It's just going to be a little harder than we thought.
They're not going to be able, not with the, they need to add somebody else, and trading Simons would be the best way to do that, to adding another star. But they should have been in the market for Porzingis.
I mean, do you
They
think Porzingis would have been worthy of the third overall pick at this point in his career?
No, they wouldn't have given the third overall pick. They were going to keep the third overall pick, bro. They still have picks in the 20s, which that's what it took to get Porzingis in a 3-team trade.
That is very true.
Yes, they should have. They would have had. They could have kept Scoot. They should have been in the market for Porzingis. Why were they not?
I mean, at the same time, like I just does kind of feel like sometimes that this team kind of like went haphazardly in terms, and we've heard with the fourth pick that Amen Thompson will be selected by the Houston Rockets.
And now that's a leaked pick. God damn it. That's a leaked pick.